Okay, guys, I am hearing like, like, oh my God, you said what to who? All right, so I feel like I'm picking up on maybe arguments, okay? Maybe your divine masculine could be on edge. I'm getting the vibe of like telling other people to mind their damn business when it comes to you and the connection that they have to you. Because I keep seeing as though I'm there observing these arguments and I'm like, like you did not just say that to that person. Dang, like good on you, divine masculine. So I feel like they could be standing up for themselves, standing up for this connection. I've been channeling a lot of messages around you two, really just getting to know each other. The universe is not playing around when it comes to this connection between you two in terms of revealing the truth. So now that the truth has been revealed, who you are, what it's like to spend time with you in the physical, your tone of voice, it's just the energy that's felt, okay? Your masculine saw the truth, and that's why many of you are attracting this physical encounter. So I feel like ever since he's gotten the chance to know you or spend time with you, he knows, okay? It's like an imprinting. All he has to do is spend time with you once, see you. You two might have exchanged energy, okay? Speaking the truth about how you feel towards one another. I'm also seeing romantic gestures, or he notices your kind gestures towards him, or he may see the way that you live and he feels the goodness within you, okay? Many of you may have pets, you may have children. It's really destroying a lot of the illusions that people on his side have tried to either create or try to wedge distance between you two for whatever agenda or whatever reason that may be. I feel like he's in the midst of figuring that stuff out now. I do see that there's a lot of like conflict energy, okay? So a lot of sword energy, maybe arguments, differences of opinion, but mostly just telling people to either butt out or mind their own business. Don't bring up, whoever you are, divine feminine, like don't bring up your name. Could be another thing. They could also be like standing up to maybe parents, or it could be, I want to say like siblings, cousins, just people who may have had a say in relationship dynamics in their life, okay? For some reason, he's just on edge. It doesn't matter who it is. I'm being told to say it doesn't even matter who it is. Just don't talk about the divine feminine. Don't bring up her name right now, okay? I think I'm going to use the romance angels because I was strongly getting to know each other. Ever since you two have been connecting in the physical, things have shifted, things have changed, illusions are lifting, the confusion is no longer there about who you are and what you mean to them. Okay, so they could be defending this connection as well. Yeah, there it is, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond deepens. And also, I'm getting that the bond is getting stronger. Okay, someone feels more love for you, more protection over you, or more protective of you. It definitely has a lot to do with seeing you or spending time with you, because this getting to know each other, it definitely is giving me a lot of energy about finally being with each other in the physical, honest heart-to-heart conversations. And maybe spending time alone intimately is what you two really needed in order to either catch up or be comfortable to say certain things or reveal a certain side of yourselves, like in conversation. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, if you're at a restaurant, for example, you might just feel tense or awkward, and it's like the server comes and interrupts, and the people are too close next to you in the other seats, but there's a difference when you're in a more intimate setting. That is what I feel ended up happening. And now, because you've either expressed your love, and maybe this had a lot to do with some of those romantic gestures I was picking up on, like whoever you are, divine feminine, you're very loving and you're very beautiful. Your masculine sees you as kind, because I keep seeing someone who's a big animal lover. And it's weird to say this, but I do see your masculines observing you in your home or in your space, and the way that you are with your animals, it really takes a special type of person to be that way. Okay, so I don't know what it was. It might have been the way that you were feeding them, a certain routine that you have with them. I don't know what it is, but someone sees that, like, the way that you express your love, it's a blessing. And I'm also seeing, like, I keep wanting to, like, just do this. So maybe they're arguing and doing that a lot because they're getting upset that anybody had anything negative to say about you at all. And this may be just misconceptions or judgments. Okay, many of you, again, you could be parents, you could be a different age from your divine masculine. Maybe you guys are from different cultures. I just feel like whatever people had to say, they're very, very on edge about the differences of opinions. I'm hearing, like, even reflecting on the way that they were brought up and the way that they were raised. Maybe you coming into their life was so that they could broaden that, or, you know, break that sort of generational pattern of that judgment. Okay, because they've been, I just keep feeling this, a lot of judgment towards you, but also misconceptions, or it just feels like people were trying to steer them in another direction, but not considering, like, how the divine masculine feels for you. It was just more so that connection's not going to look good for the family, if that makes sense for you guys, okay? And I guess that's where I'm picking up all of these feelings, where they're just on edge, because it's about time that they put their foot down. And I have been picking up a lot on a lot of your masculines as well, wanting a place of their own, or like home ownership, or wanting to relocate or move to your city. This also has to do with just being on edge in either the community that they're in. They're seeing that they may need some kind of change. Let's get some messages around that. Okay, what truths are being revealed in their surroundings? Okay, so yeah, we have those snakes in the grass. And I feel like this represents, like, new surroundings. You know, they may be looking at either old photos of you, or just seeing how it makes them feel versus, like, their immediate surroundings. Why do I feel more at home looking at pictures of you at a distance than I do in my immediate surroundings with the people around me? Okay, so I think that they're seeing who's been responsible for either poisoning the connection between you two, or I'm hearing also creating false narratives. Unfortunately, a lot of, like, you know, maybe lies were told on you, divine feminines, and a lot of you may not have realized that there was just such heaviness or resistance from your masculine side. And this is something that they have to confront on their own. You've been snatched away. That's the message I'm getting. Somebody's upset because this connection was taken from them, and now they're starting to realize it is because of, you know, maybe influence, loyalty, their ties, their contracts. I don't know if some of your masculines work for the family business, or finances could be a situation where they, you know, they may rely on family money, family gifting them money. So if I give this to you, then there is an expectation that you sort of do what I say and you stay in a particular lifestyle, or somebody's realizing that they traded their freedom. Okay, that's what it is. And they're looking back. I feel like this card also represents a different path that they could have taken a long time ago, and instead it seems like they may have left you behind. But now I feel them resurfacing back. But before they resurface back, okay, they've got to take care of something really big, which I do feel like is creating distance or space for themselves. What are they being guided to do? What actions are they being guided to take for themselves? Okay, so we do have divine intervention coming through. Now we have poison coming up twice with the pollution card. So I do feel like a purging or a cleansing, a change of environment, maybe where they currently are. It feels like it's heavily polluted, but with energies, if you guys know what I mean. So I'm hearing like a healthy change in your environment, which the goddess card Vesna came out in one of the goddess readings. If you guys look at the home card, I'm pretty sure I had it in one of the thumbnails. That could be mirrored as well, divine feminines, as you are enjoying your solitude, you are enjoying your home, your space, you're detaching. Many of your masculines are mirroring that by wanting a clean home or space for themselves. So I do feel like the divine intervention comes from those realizations, okay? They're definitely on edge with people around them, and it feels like chaotic or parasitic. There's always drama, there's always arguments, they're always being dragged into things. And again, I do keep feeling like the divine intervention is this big epiphany that like they've been held back. They've been standing in their own way by either not releasing or choosing other worldly contracts versus like their heart space or what would have made them happy. And we're not saying a relationship with you would have solved everything, or some kind of romantic relationship coming together with the divine feminine would have been like, you know, the ultimate. No, I just feel like it was a lesson in being able to, you divine feminines were a lesson in listening to your heart. And what happens when you don't actually listen to your heart and you just go along with what other people want for you. I feel like that has been like the last, I want to say maybe 5 to 10 years of your divine masculine's life, while still holding space for this connection, while still being very connected to you divine feminines. Many of you have had to watch them go through the choice of choosing that karmic path, only to, you know, finally it's like now they are having those realizations that maybe you were trying to pinpoint in the beginning, which, you know, might have made you look like the bad guy. Well, I feel like a lot of them are experiencing it now in real time. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. What else wants to come out about the masculine's journey? Okay, so I feel like they'll get past this. I know this seems like a terrible card here, but this just kind of speaks of maybe some of the regret energy or being tormented with those thoughts of shoulda, woulda, coulda. This is my shoulda, woulda, coulda card, which is natural. Everybody, I think, gets to that place of regret, but they're trying to stay focused. They're trying to allow themselves to sit with this emotion, which in itself is not an easy thing for the masculine collective. But I feel like for the most part, they're trying their very best to sit with either energies around like betrayal. Again, something that feels very parasitic too is like the attachment to those contracts, whether it be money, stability, some type of image. They traded it. It just kind of feels shitty when you trade your soul for something that just, you know, it wasn't worth it. Whereas if you'd taken the other path, you may not have had that stability right off the get-go, but it definitely would have found its way to you. So somebody didn't make the sacrifice for themselves. They chose to sacrifice for everybody else. Okay, let's split the deck in half and we'll see. Oh, goodness. Okay. A lot of like sabotage, self-pity energy right now, but I do feel like they're taking out the trash, okay? They're cleaning up shop, and they're in this place right now where a lot of them could just be drinking. Again, a lot of arguments, not knowing how to get out of some of the situations that they've put themselves in. But I feel like this is the part where you gotta hit rock bottom. Some people just gotta burn to learn. Okay, what's one thing they want to say to you before we close off this message, Divine Feminine? With everything that they're going through right now, with all of the chaos, you might be picking up on it also. You could feel a lot of just weird energy, a lot of aches and pains, a lot of irritability. Road rage could be coming up for you, Divine Feminines. You could be like, why the hell am I so cranky and irritable? When there is just really no good reason to be. Okay, what's one thing they want to say? Okay, they're trying their best to... I feel like it goes back to this photo card. They're looking at your pictures. And someone needs a dose of happiness or feel good during these really hard times or chaotic moments. They want you to know that you are that bit of sunshine or that bit of passion that still exists. And I'm feeling an apology in this message as well, which is I'm sorry I let you down. I know it doesn't count for shit right now, but I'm sorry I let you down, I guess is, yeah. All right, okay. Before I get into the feels, I love you guys. Take it easy. I'll catch you in the next check-in, okay? Bye, guys.